Good morning, good morning. Boy, do I have a mess here. Do I have a mess here? I got a few things while we were in the mountains. This is stuff to put in my Hobonichi, which, where did I just put that? Right there. I'm almost going to do a 6-month flip through real quick, but it's almost done. Kind of have a sinus thing going on here. Sorry. Okay, this is what I got in the last couple days. I got stickers from Buy Bun. I know, but I can't help it. And I also got, I mean, these are just fabulous. They're big. And so far, I have not done anything with most of the stickers I've gotten. They're in a drawer, a shrine. But I love, look at this watermelon spider with the guts coming out. That's genius. Halloween popsicle. That's genius. So they're going in the Buy Bun shrine. Oh. All right, let's see. Buy Bun. Here's your drawer. And then I went ahead and got one of her mini albums, kits. Oh my God, it's got chicken paper in it. Oh, this is new. But I don't know if I'm going to even make one. I just wanted some of her paper. But this one has chicken paper in it, so now I'm glad I got it. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's so silly. It's cute. Oh, it reminds me of the chickens up the street that got messed up in the storm. No, they didn't get messed up. They were killed. All but 3. And they're gone. They either have them staying at somebody else's house or they gave them away. Because they have to have a lot of roof damage repair done. All right, let's see what else is in here. Oh, this is one of her business cards. I haven't seen this. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. All right. That's that. Somebody had these, and I was like, I didn't even know that existed. But it's like a huge paint marker, but it's refillable, and it's got the marbles in it, or whatever you call these things. BBs or something. How do you fill it? Oh, I guess you pull this off. Yeah. And you could put like watered down paint in there and have like your own paint markers. Yeah. Oh, we gotta come up with cool names for our paint markers. Except the cap goes on backwards. That's weird. But I just got a set of 4. Because, you know, I really don't need them, but I couldn't resist. I need to do a whole video on, I don't really need this, but I couldn't resist. Okay. And then, let's see. Oh, we got some really cool, oh gosh. Look at this bear sticker. This was in a store with the best name of a store. This was in Hendersonville, North Carolina. It was just right across the border from South Carolina, from Spartanburg, Greenville area, before you get to Asheville. But, and that's where my sister and I went away this past weekend. But this girl was in a pop-up shop, in a gift shop. And the name of the gift shop was Moonshine and Magnolias. I think that's the greatest name for a gift shop in the South I've ever heard of. And she said, I said, who thought of that name? She goes, I did. I'm like, perfect. Anyhow, it was a cute little gift shop. I got a couple things in there. But stationery items, I got, this girl was doing a pop-up in there, and she was very colorful. And Hendersonville is known for their bears, that they kind of have like different people in the town paint them different themes, and they're all over the place. And this girl painted one, and there's the Blue Ridge Mountains in the background with all the pretty wildflowers, and I just thought that was so pretty. And then this was a pretty one, Hendersonville. That's just what the Blue Ridge Mountains look like all the time. And then I got another regular bear with nature colors. And a pretty sympathy card for my friend in California. Her mother has not died yet, but it's not far. When she's 75 pounds. Then, the best purchase of the whole trip. I did not know there were outlet malls. Outlet malls are really outdated. And there's a big outlet mall in Myrtle Beach. And I don't go there, except that the Ripley's Aquarium is there. And come October, when we go back, they have a sloth habitat now. I will be going. Anyhow, I don't do, I hate shopping anyhow. I really do. I really do, except for art supplies. I hate shopping for clothes. Kitchen gadgets are kind of fun to look at, even though I really don't cook that much. But anyhow, why is my whole thing shaking? Sorry. It's my arms are up there. Because I don't want you to see this yet, but I guess you've already seen it. We did not want to go home yesterday morning, Sunday, very early. And the weather was just no humidity. It's about 10 degrees cooler up there. So it was, by the afternoon, it was like 89. I'm like, oh, it was like 97 here. And with a ton of humidity. And so we found a interior store, whatever you want to call it, a home goods store that I'd only heard of in the Midwest. I don't know if they're anywhere else. But I'm like, Julie, to my sister, I said, they have an at-home here. And I said, let's go. So we did. And then we realized it was across the street from a whole outlet mall. I'm like, let's just wander around here. And they had a Vera Bradley outlet, which Vera Bradley was humongous here when my husband's youngest daughter was in high school, which was probably 2015-ish, around that era. Every girl had to have Vera Bradley overnight like duffel bags, so they could all spend the night at each other's houses and take their duffel bags with them that had their monogram. I mean, it's Southern. Even though I know they're made in the Midwest, but I think, or originated in the Midwest. They're probably made in China. But anyhow, I'm like, Vera Bradley. And I had Vera Bradley way before I knew what it was, way before I met my husband, which was in 1991. I mean, way, way, way. I had a Vera Bradley calendar. I had a Vera Bradley wallet. Didn't know what they were. Just thought they were pretty because it's quilted, and I like quilted things. But they had an iPad case, which I needed a new one. And it has sloths on it, and it's purple. Oh, my God. And they're not cheap. This was $60, but it was half off and then 30% off of that. So I got a little card carrier thing for my purse and this, and it was like $20, $25 for the total. I'm like, okay, I can do that. For sloths, purple, quilted, iPad case, I needed a new one because my iPad that I have now is a little bit bigger because it's the drawing one. And even though this will be a little bit too big, but I have made something for it one time, quilting, and I've used it. I used it in Vietnam. I used it in California, Missouri in the early spring, but this is just cuter than what I have. It has a purple zipper. But then, this, y'all are going to think I'm nuts. That's okay. You probably are right. James Burke, who I really admire for a lot of different reasons. And he's taught me a lot about different techniques. He loves drawing his women and all that kind of stuff, which that's just not me. Loves the little fairy ladies and Disney stuff and all that. And that's fine. Everybody to each their own. It's just not my aesthetic. But technique-wise, I can learn from him. And I have learned from him. He teaches something called, what does he call it? Virtual Voyage, which it's a class that he sells, but it's a whole, I think it's in real time, like Zoom type. I don't know the technology, the words, I don't know, but you sign in and it's real time. And every day you're on like a cruise and you do different activities, like with a cruise director. And he's very theatrical. His husband's very theatrical. You know, they're both Disney people. So yes, they're very theatrical. And he really, really does do it up. I mean, wonderfully. And he made a Christmas junk journal this year, which I have loved watching him make that. And he made he calls it, I think, he doesn't call it a garbage journal, but he puts all his labels and tags and everything that he might purchase, trash or labeled gift bags and things like that. Everything goes in it. And there's nothing wrong with more is more, in my opinion, obviously. But anyhow, all of that to say, this year for Virtual Voyage, he's doing a Tim Burton one. I think he does like 2 a year or maybe 1 a year. I don't know. He's done them for several years. I think this is like number 8. Don't quote me on any of that. But he made a bunch of black ink paper and he put it into a book, which is available for his people to, I think they get it. It's included. But he has these books printed through Amazon. This was $10. Amazon takes a part of it and he gets a part of it. But it's the paper he made for the class. And it's Amazon version. I mean, it's obviously not very technical. But I'm thinking I might do something like this and try to sell it on Amazon. I know I've always said I would never sell. I never teach and I never sell because I want to like my fun time here. I want it to be fun. But never say never, right? I have to figure out if it's even feasible for somebody like me with no viewers, but some steady people that have been here for years and years. And Amazon, gets the rights to it, I think. And you get a little money every time somebody buys one. And obviously they have the reach that I wouldn't have. But I'm really tempted. And it's printed in your local Amazon distribution center, which we have one here in Columbia. So, I mean, it was here in like a day and a half. But it did get bent up and shipping a little bit. But, I love that. And these are just the background papers he's going to use in his journal on Virtual Voyage, which has a Tim Burton theme this time, from what I understand. I've never done one, but I'm sure he does everything, I think, pretty darn good. But it's only I think he said it was 24 pages, so it's like 12 pages. And I didn't think $10 was bad. And I buy these collage books that are the same thing. They're printed at Amazon. So you send, I'm sure the process is you send them files, so they keep the files forever. And they just, whenever somebody orders one, they print it, which I think is kind of cool. And is it printed on, amazing paper? No, but I could reprint this on my home printer on heavy cardstock or something like that. But some of my collage paper or some of my jelly print paper, I mean, I know I'm not, James Burke. I know I'm not Robin McClendon. Her father just died. That was sad. I know I'm not any of that. But I do think some of the stuff I have done is pretty. So anyhow, we shall see. All right, let's get together. Let's get going here. Splinter is the prompt, not print, prompt. And I have a page. Now, oh, you know what? This is the center. I might do a centerfold. I already had these pieces of paper glued in. That's as far as I've gotten Splinter. So, let's see what happens. The word for today, the prompt for today that I gave myself was splinter. Now, when we had our storm come through here on the night of the 26th of June, a lot of the trees, and I hadn't even put in yesterday's in there yet, so I'm putting it in there now and adding a little green to cover up the orange so that it kind of is cohesive. And it doesn't bother me that it's sideways. It's okay. A lot of the trees, the pine trees especially, well, the oak, I think it was mostly pine trees. When they broke like at a height of 6 feet, and they were twisted, and there was tons of splinters from both ends, the end that fell off and the end that was left. It was just, which to me signifies, again, tons of wind, tons. It's still, I don't know, nobody has called me from the National Weather Center yet, but I don't think it was ever classified as a tornado. In my head, it was some kind of not downspout, but down windy formation. I don't know what it was. They had a technical weather term for it, but it mainly was downwindy formation. And I guess we can't call it a tornado, whatever. But it was awful. It was awful. And so the splinters, I'm kind of getting like oval shapes here out of a bunch of the smaller pieces of paper that are to the right of me. And and when I say small, they're all about 2.5 to 3 inches here, because this is a traveler's notebook size um, junk journal that I made out of just other scraps. The bigger scraps, the bigger brothers. Um, oh, that would be funny. Big Brother in a journal. This is Big Brother. Anyhow, never mind. Don't even listen to me. So a lot of them have white edges because of the direction I tore them. That's okay with me. I still don't know what I'm going to do at this point, but I do know that I want to put splinters of paper down. Now, again, I'm trying to do this as if I were looking under a microscope and I had a splinter of wood. And in my world, a splinter of wood would be colorful like this. And so some of the little straggler pieces that I had left, I put on top of other pieces to make even more splinters. Um, it doesn't have to be my whole entire purpose for this journal was abstract. It's just giving me a reason to, oh, today we're talking about splinters. Is there a splinter here? Probably not. Do I have any splinters in my fingers right now? No, but that would be okay. So I'm making splinters here that, as they show, oh, the chickens from My Bun, so cute, so cute. Guess what tomorrow is? Chicken coop. I can't draw hers exactly because that would be too obvious, but I might try to draw me a couple chickens and print them out and cut them out and put them everywhere like she does. I don't know. I don't know. So anyhow, I had a lot of white space, and underneath this is my centerfold. This is the center of the journal. And the white space is still got printing on it from a medical labeling catalog that my husband so kindly got out of the trash can for me at his old office. And I went around with black pen, what do you call these things? Sharpie. And I just kind of focused again on tiny, tiny details. I did not want to do this the entire page, and I was getting high from the fumes, and my hand was cramping, and all of that, and I was going to edit this whole part out. But the whole purpose of this journal is to have something else to focus on rather than the incoming storm the next time it happens. So I left it in. I can focus on all those tiny little dots I made. And there's a little tiny place in the center of the centerfold that I put gold ones in. Just because it's my splinter and I could do what I want to. And then I kind of did a little bit of plussing here and there. And then I'm like, now what? And I thought about maybe like going in with another marker and circling the sections of color. I'm like, no. So of course, my fall too is circles. And I circled some of the gold pluses. And then I said, okay, we're going to try splattering again. It kind of worked, but I went in and I added rivets on my splinters because I'm dealing with a steampunk guy at the marble store, and I remembered his clothing, which was a lot of leather with rivets on it, and his hat had rivets on it. I'm like, okay, I have to go back up there today and tell him he gave me the wrong cutting boards. So we're going to put in rivets and make ourselves tough to deal with this guy today. That's the only reasoning behind this. There's none other. So I had a little bit on my paintbrush, and I went into my Hobonichi and kind of gave a blank spot some gold, because every blank spot should have a little gold paint. All right, that was fun, fun, fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.